Hello there everyone, Jedi Brick here. If you guys did not know, today is a very special day for Marvel fans. Today is the day that Spider-Man 2 on PS5 comes out. So in honor of that, I thought it'd be kind of fun to take a look at some of Spider-Man's suits in LEGO and make a top 10 list. These are going to be all my opinion, of course, but if you guys would change something around or add something else, let me know in the comments section down below. So this is going to include every type of Spider-Man: Peter Parker, Miles Morales, you know, anyone who's worn the mask at some point and they have a minifigure of them, but it is not going to include any of the Comic-Con suits, just because I think that would kind of take up a lot of space on this list. So no PS4 Spider-Man, no PS4 Miles Morales, or anything like that. So with all that said, let's get into number 10. Number 10, here we have Spider-Man 2099. He came out in one set back in 2019, the Spider-Man Spider Crawler. This was one of my first Spider-Man sets, and really one of my first Marvel sets when I was just getting back into the theme. So it was really cool to get a different variant of a Spider-Man in a set with Miguel O'Hara here. And this figure really has gone up in value since the latest animated Spider-Man film, Across the Spider-Verse, because he was kind of the main antagonist in that film. Before that, this figure was relatively cheap. I've seen this figure go for about $60 new, which is really interesting because this was a very heavily clearance set back in the day when it came out. But taking a look here at that minifigure, it is a very nice minifigure. The only thing being exclusive about it is the torso and that headpiece. No printing on the legs, unfortunately. Would have been nice to get some leg printing on a figure like this that we're only gotten one of. I can't imagine they make another one of these unless it's kind of like in a weird Spider-Man set like this. But yeah, I really like this minifigure. It's one that I have in my collection, like I said. But now let's move on to number 9. And here we have for number 9, Miles Morales, and this minifigure is very unique in the way that he is wearing a dark red hood over the suit, and you can see he does have some gym shorts on, as well with those really nice dual molded legs there with the gray on top and black on bottom. The black on bottom is supposed to be the bottom of his suit, which I think that's really cool. It gives me the Into the Spider-Verse vibes when he's wearing the jacket over his suit. So I think that's really cool. This did come out in 3 sets, if you want to call one of them that. Came out in his mech back in, let's see, 2021, the Daily Bugle, and a little polybag foil pack that wasn't available in the United States, but it was available in European countries, I believe. This is a really nice minifigure. I like how they gave us a different variant of Miles Morales, specifically one inspired by the movie. I really like that jacket and the hood on that one. I just think it looks so nice. And it's really cool how they included it in a couple of different sets. But with all that said, let's move on to number 8. Number 8, here we have another different version of Spider-Man. Here we have SpiderHam. There's kind of a theme going on here with all the Into the Spider-Verse characters, but this is a really nice minifigure as well. I like the kind of diversity that they've given us over the years with different versions of Spider-Man, especially this one being SpiderHam. Really funny character. I loved him in the first Spider-Man movie, but this version also did come in 2 different sets with the Venomosaurus ambush, really weird word there, and the Daily Bugle. Really 2 nice sets. I really wish I got my hands on the Venomosaurus ambush thing back in the day when it came out. That set will appear again on this list, don't worry about that. But talking about this minifigure, it's a really nice minifigure. The torso and the head are exclusive to this minifigure. They have used that mold, though, in some other versions of Spider-Ham with him being venomized. So it's really cool how they used the mold for something else as well. I really like this minifigure a lot, but let's move on to the next one. For our first Peter Parker on this list, here we have Spider-Man in the stealth or the big time suit. This is a really cool, unique version of the Spider-Man suit. The first time I encountered it was in the actual PS4 Spider-Man game. It's really cool with the black and the green highlights on the mask and on the suit itself. It's really cool that they made a different version of a Spider-Man suit. And this only came out in one set back in 2022, the attack on the Spider Lair. So this is a very interesting set, kind of like a Hall of Armor, but with Spider-Man. Doesn't really make a lot of sense to me, but it's a cool set. I mean, they always make some weird stuff when it comes to Spider-Man in his own line, like they give him weird vehicles and all that stuff. But taking a look at this suit, you do have exclusive head printing, torso printing, and leg printing. No arm printing on there, unfortunately. I think this really could have benefited from some arm printing, though. Out of every single one on this list, this really could have been the one. But this is a really cool suit and one that I've been after for quite a while. I just didn't buy the set that it came in because I don't really like it. But yeah, this is a really nice figure. But let's move on to the next one. And here we are at number 5. Here we have Spider-Girl. This is a very unique version of Spider-Man. She came in the very famous Spider-Man Web Warriors Ultimate Bridge Battle set. Such a coveted set for a lot of Spider-Man fans. You get such amazing minifigures in that set, like Scorpion and Kraven. Just a really cool set. Um, that came out back in 2017. That was such an amazing set. I really wish I got my hands on it. But taking a look at this minifigure again, no leg printing, which is very unfortunate. I don't know why LEGO always seems to skip out on leg printing when it comes to Marvel minifigures. Even in the new Avengers Tower, they're not giving a whole lot of the figures leg printing. But anyways, up to that torso, that is an exclusive torso, and that is an exclusive head. I don't think the hair is exclusive, but that's a really nice minifigure. It's cool how we get different versions of Spider-Man, like I've said, like people who wear the mask as well. And that's a really cool figure. Only came out in this one set. I doubt we'll ever see her again unless they make like Across the Spider-Verse sets or something and she appears in the next movie or something. So I think this is kind of a one and done minifigure. But let's move on to number 4. So I did make a mistake there. I said that was number 5. This minifigure here is number 5. That was number 6. Sorry, I don't know how to count. But here for number 5 is Spider-Man in the black and red suit. This is from the MCU, the No Way Home suit. This is definitely one of my favorite Spider-Man suits. I think it's very underrated as well in the Spider-Man and Lego community. I just think it's so cool. I like the red and black. Very nice to kind of reference the original Spider-Man suit from the comics. And this came in only 2 sets back when it came out. I actually have both, which is really nice. It came out in a poly bag from last year, which I never saw on shelves. And it came out in a 4+ set with an exclusive Mysterio as well. So, not the best sets for such an amazing suit to come out in, but I do have both of them. And I was lucky enough to get the polybag actually signed by Mini Superheroes Today, one of my favorite LEGO YouTubers. So that was really cool that I was able to get that signed. And I have that sealed on my shelf. But this is a really nice minifigure. Um, Exclusive torso and legs. The head is the same one that we've gotten in some other sets. It's a really nice head. I really like the torso and the legs, just the black and the red just mix so well together. Definitely one of my favorite Spider-Man suits just in general, just because of how unique and cool it is. Um, but yeah, let's move on to, let's see here, number 4. And here for number 4, we have the Iron Spider. This is the Mechanical Claws version. This also came out in that Venomosaurus ambush set like SpiderHam. That was back in 2021. So this is a really nice set. Oh, actually, this came out in 2020. My bad. But this is a very nice figure. I do like the torso print and that really nice eye print. This is probably another one of my favorite suits in general. I love the comic book um, version of this probably more than the MCU version. In all honesty, I do like the comics that this suit appears in as well. Very simplistic yet very nice design. I don't think this really needed any leg printing or anything like that, or any dual molds or anything. I think it's perfect how it is. Really nice figure. Really represents Iron Man when it comes to this suit. So let's move on to the next one. The next suit we have here is the Amazing Spider-Man suit. Now, this came out in the final battle from the No Way Home set that I did review on my channel. Go check that out if you haven't seen it. But this is another really nice suit, probably another one of my favorite Spider-Man suits, I should say. Um, really nice torso print. You get really nice back printing on this minifigure too. Just so amazing. No pun intended, but yeah, I really like the set this came out in as well. The Statue of Liberty, you get all three Spider-Man in that set, of course. This one just being such an amazing figure. We'll get to Toby on this in a minute. Just hold on, but yeah, this is a really nice figure. Only came in that one set. Can't imagine they're going to do something else with this unless they do Amazing Spider-Man sets. I really hope they do, but for now, this is all we have for Amazing Spider-Man. So let's move on to number 2. All right, and I said that we would get to him in a minute, and here he is, the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Now, this is a different version than what came out in that Statue of Liberty final battle. This is one of the original Spider-Man figures that came out way back in 2003. This is based off his first movie. This came out in 2 different sets, the Green Goblin Final Showdown and the Green Goblin Origins. This is just such an amazing minifigure. You have that really nice silver on the eyes and the torso that kind of just shines. They did make other versions like in Spider-Man 2, but that has a darker blue suit, and I like the light blue a lot more personally. I think it just looks really nice. Um, yeah, I don't really know what else to say. This really could have benefited from some sort of leg printing or dual mold, but this was 2030. That stuff didn't really exist back then, unless you were Cloud City Boba Fett, but this is just such an amazing, beautiful looking minifigure, and I really wish I had one in my collection, but they just go for so much money now, mostly just because they're so rare and the nostalgia behind them. But I am lucky enough to have the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man that came out this year in my collection. And that's just a really nice minifigure. But let's move on to the number 1 spot. All right, and here for the number 1 spot, my favorite Spider-Man suit in Lego. Here we have the Zombie Hunter Spider-Man. This is from the first wave of the Marvel CMFs. This minifigure is just, dare I say, perfect. It has really nice dual molded legs, and it has arm printing. Just the level of detail on this suit is immaculate. It's kind of a representation of the Homecoming suit in the MCU, but it is a lighter blue. I do like the lighter blues rather than the dark blues on Spider-Man suits. I just think it looks better, but this is just such an amazing minifigure. You also do get an extra head and hairpiece for this minifigure, and it does come with a Doctor Strange cape, which in the context of the episode makes sense, but not really for a Spider-Man suit. But you can just take that off once you get the minifigure. I mean, just the lines and the detailing on the suit are just incredible. Plus, those arm printing is really nice and not something you get on a bunch of Spider-Man minifigures, especially MCU ones. You get mostly on MCU ones, I mean. But yeah, I really like this minifigure a lot. It's my favorite out of every Spider-Man suit that they've ever made so far. Just the detail and everything on this is just amazing. Also, I really like the episode that it appeared in the What If show. So yeah, that probably has something to do with it too. But yeah, that's gonna do it for my top 10 list of Spider-Man suits. Just keep in mind this was all my opinion and everything. But if you guys would change anything or add anything else, let me know what you guys would change or add in the comments section down below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Also, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hopefully by the time this is out and you're watching it, I am playing Spider-Man 2 right now on my PS5. So I'm really excited to do that. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed today's video, please leave a like and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 300 subscribers by the end of this year, and it would really mean a lot to me if you guys did that. But with all that said, I'm the Jedi Brick. Peace out. Bye.